it comes to archaeological evidence for the Exodus such as pottery, it is important to remember that the Israelites lived as nomads during their time in the wilderness. Nomads living in a desert-like environment, where every utensil and tool is of great value, leave few traces in the archaeological record. The Israelites' temporary tent encampments from 3,000 years ago would not have left much behind in the swirling sands of the desert. Former Yale professor Miller Burrows agrees. It is hardly reasonable, in fact, to expect archaeological evidence of their sojourn anywhere. We cannot expect much help from archaeology in tracing the route of a people's migration through the desert. We also need to keep in mind that the Israelites left Egypt in haste, and that they were driven out of Egypt and could not wait, nor had they prepared provisions for themselves.
The Egyptians urged the people to hurry and leave the country, for otherwise, they said, we will all die. With the dough the Israelites had brought from Egypt, they baked loaves of unleavened bread. The dough was without yeast because they had been driven out of Egypt and did not have time to prepare food for themselves.
They did not foresee their disobedience that would keep them from the promised land and lead to a prolonged time in the wilderness. The Israelites were originally setting out on a short journey to Canaan with the understanding that God was going to provide for their needs.
So I have come down to rescue them from the hand of the Egyptians and to bring them up out of that land into a good and spacious land, a land flowing with milk and honey, the home of the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. And now the cry of the Israelites has reached me, and I have seen the way the Egyptians are oppressing them. So now go. I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people the Israelites out of Egypt. But Moses said to God, Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt? And God said, I will be with you, and this will be the sign to you that it is I who have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God on this mountain.
They were not going to need to haul all their heavy pottery with them. One more thing, according to Richard Elliott Friedman. There have not been many major excavations in the Sinai, and we most certainly have not combed it. Moreover, uncovering objects buried 3,200 years ago is a daunting endeavor. An Israeli colleague laughingly told me that a vehicle that had been lost in the 1973 Yom Kippur War was recently uncovered under 16 meters of sand. That is 52 feet of sand. 52 feet in 40 years.